Okay, so some of you know, if you've been following along with my live blogs, that I am working on a pretty ambitious project. I'm working on 600 hourglass blocks for a quilt that I want to make, and I'm doing in stages. So far, what I've done is I have made half square triangles, and now I'm ironing those half square triangles open, and I wanted to share with you kind of how I set up to do this. I have my ironing board in front of me. Over here are half square triangles that I've already matched up, and I'm applying a little heat to the half square triangles. In order to get this into an hourglass block, I need to take these half square triangles, match them together at that center seam, and I tried doing them without ironing them first, and they don't come out as precise as I would like. So I've made myself a little workstation here, and I'm just putting my half square triangles together, drawing my line on, and stacking them off to the side. What's down here is a rigid wool ironing board, and I've got a pressing cloth on top of it, and this is how I'm doing this. I'm just taking my half square triangles, ironing them to whatever I determine is the darker side. I fold them open, but I don't stretch. I'm just finger pressing a little bit. And then I'll take my iron, lay down there like I told you to. And I'm showing this because, you know, I'm not the only one who has issues with standing at an ironing board or making my hands do little things like this. So I wanted to show you guys how to do this so you can do it in stages. I'm not getting in a big hurry. I'm not stressing myself out about this. I'm actually watching some Netflix while I'm doing this because my computer is right in front of me. Take my little pencil, draw it, set it off to the side, and take the next one. And when I did my half square triangles and cut them in half, I stacked them up so I had each half square triangle together so that I could get hourglass blocks that had the same fabrics in them. And each of these makes 2 hourglass blocks. Little bit of heat, lay it down here. Once I've got everything put together, I just go ahead and draw my line. And I have shoulder issues. Whoops, I didn't get that one straight. I have shoulder issues. So doing this for lots and lots of time is not super comfortable for me. But I figure I can do 10, 15 of them at a time, have them stacked up and ready to go, and then take a few minutes break, and then go back over to the sewing machine, which is just beside me, and do the next step on these, which is sew them together. And I won't worry about doing my whole pile that I've got over here to the left at one time, but this is what they come out to be, hourglass blocks like this. And I'm doing, 10 or 15 at a time, taking my time, enjoying the process, and not stressing myself out. Oh, I've got 600 of them to do. Set it down, do 10, 12 at a time, and then come back and do the next step. And you can do this in stages. You don't have to have it laying in front of you for the rest of your life. And you don't need a project box in order to get through these, because I want this quilt or this part done before I get started on the next part. And just FYI, all I did with my wool ironing mat is I pinned a fat quarter over it. My acrylic is underneath here, my acrylic pad, and then the ironing board has a fat quarter over the top to keep everything from sticking.